Good evening. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is Max once again, taking the helm on Street Fighter X Virtua Fighter 70, Terry's Revenge. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
Better than Goro. How are you, buddy?
Poor Goro.
Bro,
Although he's probably enjoying that sex dungeon. Don't tell him, bro. I'm really into this rabbit thing.
This is more than I bargained for, bro. Please.
This is a bit of more than I could chew, bro. Not
Literally.
in a good way.
I beat a guy.
I bit him.
It was a reflex, and now they're beating me. Bro.
It was a
Wait, don't you have to borrow your friend's motorcycle?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why? Wait, let's see.
Or does that show up
I
later?
have to get to it by 3:30 a.m.
Yeah, 'cause
no,
you're
that
not
was
riding
like
the
tonight.
bus. Yeah, try knocking on his door. Is that something you can do already?
You would think it's this house.
Yeah, it's this house.
How would I figure this out otherwise?
Oh, we're right. Good thing I remembered that out of
You
the
just
blue.
remember.
Yes, who is it?
It's real.
I wonder if you try to take the bus or something, and it,
And he's like,
or if
oh,
you talk
fuck.
to Ine-san. I don't know. Well, whatever.
Wow, we got real lucky right there, just randomly seeing the motorcycle.
I need a favor.
Yeah, I'm being like, wait a second.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
knew.
you know, that scene makes an impact,
Can
and
I
it
use
wouldn't be
your
nearly as impactful if they're sitting on a
On a
crummy
bus.
bus. afterwards. Rio wouldn't look quite like the hero.
They get a cab, and it's just like some really creepy driver.
Oh yeah, Terry's my cousin, man.
How do you know him?
Later.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, you're my best friend in the world. I would not lend you my fucking motorcycle.
Oh fuck no.
Do you know what the insurance on
That's
those
just
things
the
are?
insurance liability. I was about to say.
You-
Wait, I do not remember. I mean, it's coming back to me. I do actually remember this, but
Especially, like, what Rio's doing with it. Look at this shit.
oh my god.
I mean, maybe in
I
Japan it's
forgot
different,
This was
but-
Outrun.
Yeah, right? In the United
For a
States,
second.
it is...
Holy shit.
It is fucking over-the-top expensive to... Why don't I remember this part at all?
I'm barely remembering it. I'm like, part of me is almost like, did they just add this? But
Did they
obviously
just add
didn't.
this?
No, this was like for a second I thought I was gonna have to fight some guys, but that doesn't make any sense.
It'll be like a road rage kind of...
All of a sudden, yeah.
I mean, this part looks
Mad
great.
Angels coming out of nowhere. Yeah, this is kind of cool. There's another Tomato Mart. Really, you?
And Tomato Mart just
this-
owns half of Japan.
Right. There's other
But seriously, like, as
stores.
many times as Rio's clipped the walls, what's he going to tell his friend when he brings the motorcycle back?
Right.
Is he going to pay for this?
This one is gonna pay for it. You're gonna rescue
Right?
yourself.
It's a rescue fee,
I don't think so.
right? Oh, man. So how's your week going, buddy?
It's going pretty good so far. Today was like a short day at work. It was really quick.
Oh, sweet.
And you know, we had a few cancels and everything too. So which happens
Nice.
on Monday sometimes. But Rio, you
Well,
know
so
what?
it's President's
gotta hit
Day,
the
so
break.
Connor had the day off school, so we went for another short
Nice.
hike.
Oh, cool. Speaking of which, where are we going again?
Okay, so I actually meant to talk to you about that tonight because we might have a little bit of a dicey situation. Like Wednesday
rain?
and Thursday here, it's supposed to be kind of like rainy, slushy
Okay.
sort of mix. And so my goal for Friday, and Friday is going to be cold, not like below freezing cold, but substantially chillier.
I
Wait,
have
for
5
real?
seconds left to get there.
How are you
Is it
supposed
because
to
I
be high?
crashed into those
No
walls?
way. I'll never make it.
Well, she's dead, Rio.
Now she's dead.
I hope you're happy.
So now I have to watch
Okay,
this again.
so-
Yes,
Um,
oh shit,
Nope.
I do.
It's your punishment for failure. Now,
God.
now it's coming back to me. Now I remember this part.
Because you remember seeing it again with a
And
feeling of
again,
disappointment.
and again. Yep.
Hey, Rio. What's up?
That's
Fucking
kinda how I
loosey-goosey
remembered it now.
motorcycle controls.
sure.
It's like I barely remember this. Oh wait, seeing the scene again. Yeah,
Can
that's
you, like,
right.
drift or something? Is that a thing?
My motorcycle.
What I can do is let off the fucking gas every once in a while.
There you go.
So
Thanks.
I learned that a little too late. I was like, Rio's not
F-Zero
getting
style
hurt.
controls where there's no
Balls.
brake, you just have to let go of the gas.
Yeah.
Don't drive too fast.
You either.
I won't.
That's how I usually play Mario Kart, but I learned 200cc taught me this. that it's actually better to like just hit the brake real quick sometimes.
Yep, just tap the
Like,
brake.
Because it's like if your drift gets a little too in the wall, then you just tap the brake a little bit and you start coming away from the wall. So
If I remember, I may have to
there's
splice
my
in the
brake.
F-Zero theme over this part.
Dude.
The only problem
Fucking
is,
if
though,
I heard,
like
Big Blue while
Yeah,
I'm doing
right?
this shit, I would
that'd be
love you.
hilarious. The only problem is we're still such an amateur or rather, I'm still such an amateur at video editing and streaming that I don't save separate audio files. Like our voices and the gameplay audio are one file.
Oh, gotcha.
So
that
it would be
really
hard to like
splice after the fact.
yeah, right, like mute the game audio but keep our voices intact.
Yeah.
Still, depending on how many times you fail this, I could just create a
Oh, no.
montage.
I won't fail again. Shit, I say
won't
that.
fail again.
I won't fail again. It's not like
Fuck
rain
you,
makes the
Chris.
road slick or anything.
Anyways, going back to the hike here.
There we go.
So there's a trail that I really want to hit. It's supposed to be awesome, just south of Bloomington, and
Yeah.
you know it's a good like 3 to 4 mile
God.
hike, and
Yeah.
and you know it's got like some terrain and elevation gains and things like that. And it's not like a paved path. So
Yeah. Is that the one you linked earlier?
yeah, it is. And so
Okay.
I really want to check that out. But my thought is, depending on how much rain or sleet we get throughout the week, it could just be freaking muddy as all get
Oh,
out.
yeah. It would just be... I mean, that's part of hiking, too, but that would
Yeah.
just be really just
Yeah, I mean,
ugly.
it's hard
Yeah.
for two dudes to have sex in the woods when there's all that mud, you know?
That's true, yeah.
Even with a blanket, I mean... Max is
God.
like, wait, what? Oh, God,
no.
you said you weren't going to fail again.
No, believe in me. Put all your hopes
I think you
into
got a
me.
little bit further this time. Like, you're about
A
to the
little
end of the
bit, yeah.
tunnel. Yeah, you made it out of the tunnel this time. Oh, I think you were there. Oh, that
I think
sucks.
so.
I think that tunnel
mean,
is just about the end.
They're throwing all those fucking curves at you. Damn
Yeah.
it.
All right, maybe I will be able to do our like big blue montage here.
It's real.
Dun, 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 dun.
It doesn't work anymore, man.
Hey, Rio. What's
The
up?
people want more.
I need a favor.
Right.
Oh, sure. Come on in.
Oh man. You know, if we had the
Turn on your
personalities
webcam
for it, it would
and
be
dance for them.
Motorcycle?
you know, it'd be fun to turn this channel into like just a random
Cash.
like everything that we do, like vlog sort of thing, but I don't think I have the right personality or confidence on camera for a vlog.
Or like an actual, yeah, you can only turn it on for a little bit, and then
Yeah. Well, and,
as soon
and
as
like
Discord exits, you just like
the moment you put a camera on me, like I'm keenly aware that my face is showing, and I get real uncomfortable, and I don't know what it is. Like
Yeah, I get
Zoom
you.
meetings are a waking hell for me
oh god,
because I'm constantly
this
like
pandemic
worrying,
has just
like
been a
how
blast.
stupid do I look right now? How many chins do I have?
Oh my god. You know, I was jealous of one of my patients today. Like, first of all, like I won't say too much, but this guy is old. He's like very old, and he's still like going out to live shows with his wife, who's
Nice.
also very old, and they're
Good
going
man.
out dancing like all the time. And that stuff's starting to open back up, and I'm just, part of me is just like so grateful
Yeah.
that he lived, because we've lost, you know, a lot of patients over
Sure.
the past couple of years, or older ones. And you know, part of me is just like so happy he's made it, like seemingly to kind of the tail end of this pandemic, and at least where things are starting to, damn it, open up, and he can do all that stuff again. But then I saw, like, before we got him out of, you know, into a gown, like what he was wearing was just so classy, and
Oh,
I told
nice.
him, and he was like, oh yeah, like this.
Gotta look
You
fly,
didn't even
young
need a
man.
special occasion back in the day. That's I'm fly as fuck, young man.
Right?
But I was just like, in my head, I was just like, damn it, like,
Fucking
this
80-year-old
guy's going
player
out
here, and
like,
what am I doing?
yeah, and he has all the confidence just to
Yeah.
wear this swag, and he looked good in it, and I was just like, oh man.
And that's always been the thing with me. Like I you know, I don't dislike myself by any stretch of the imagination, but like I'm super self-conscious, like put
You know what?
into any situation where like I'm aware that there is a camera on me.
Yeah.
which, you know, has been a little bit problematic since we started live streaming church services. But the nice thing is, like, the camera... Wow, you should have made it that last time.
Very close the last time.
Yeah.
Also, this is a game where it is F-Zero. Like, braking did not do... I think braking maybe is the super advanced thing.
Right.
But I slowed down a lot more how I wanted to, just letting off the gas.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, I
and it
noticed
didn't
you were
really
in the
break
groove
the
that
drift.
time. But yeah, so, like, it helps, like, when there's not a camera in my face and when I can't see myself on the camera.
Yeah, I gotcha. So when you're doing zoom, you do not have a little window for yourself.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, like,
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like, I can't figure out how to turn myself off.
Okay. See, if I could, I wouldn't. Like, not because I like looking at myself, but it is something just like, oh god, do I still look like not a hobo?
Yeah,
Am I
right.
tricking
Well,
them
and
into-
that's true, too. Like, right now with Zoom meetings, I've kind of gotten used to that. So, like, usually
Oh,
during a
fuck,
Zoom meeting,
dude.
I'm looking at myself so that it looks like I'm maintaining eye contact.
Yeah.
We got a rat, eh?
The king of the harbor don't like rats.
Is that a line from, what was that, Stephen King, The Stand?
Oh, I don't know.
Did
I
you
don't
ever
know
watch
that one.
that series in high school?
No.
We had to watch it for one of my English classes. Is this 70-person free battle?
I
This is
don't
it?
think so.
You're
I
in
think
it.
this is. You think so?
No, you're right. You're right. This isn't it yet. Or is it? They just like toss you into this shit?
I don't think so. I feel
No,
like
because
that's
you
the
have
next side,
you
but
have
I
like
could-
way more freedom of movement in
And
it.
where's Guizong? Like, I don't know
That's
if he
right.
comes
And
immediately.
Guizong helps you out. This is just an old-fashioned regular ass kicking. There's slightly more dudes, but wow, I love how Rio continues to step on the corpses of those he's already felled. What was I just saying?
Get out of here.
Streaming, Zoom meetings.
Zoom meetings, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Well, anyways, yeah.
What-
So like
I don't even remember the shadow step. Oh, the shadow step was like grab and evade, I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But yeah, like during
there's
the
a
meetings,
lot of
I
guys
basically like
hide.
look at my own face just for no other reason than it looks like I'm maintaining
Yeah.
eye contact.
I get you.
What's your hurry?
And like you said, just to make sure like that I don't slip up for a second and reveal my sin. It's like, oh god, it turns out he's an Uggo.
Get him out of the church, please.
Get him out of the church. That's right. No room in the in the mission field for Fuglies. Oh god, that dude just wound up and punched you in the side of the head. Dude, speaking of multi-person combat, Horizon Zero or not Zero
Oh,
Dawn,
dude.
Forbidden West is so good. I mean, it plays exactly like the first one, so you already knew it was good.
Yeah.
They didn't change a damn thing. It controls exactly the same. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's probably built exactly on that same engine. I don't think they did anything new. They just polished it up and added on to it. So like if you had played Zero Dawn, like the controls are exactly the same. It feels exactly the same. Aiming, dodging, and everything else. Like it does not feel like it could almost pass for super expansive DLC, except it truly is a full sequel.
I've heard, as far as sequels go, that it feels like something that totally build off of,
Who is this guy?
right? This try-hard motherfucker.
Seriously, like did they just like hide a black belt in the middle of all these other dudes?
That's what it looks like.
And how
Like
many
he
hits is he
keeps
gonna take?
Seriously.
Yeah, no, you were 100% right. It is almost a perfect sequel, I would say. And granted, I'm only maybe like 10% into it so far, but I've played it a good amount Saturday, and then like most of today. It was as long as
There we
I
go.
had the freedom to do so.
And you're playing in performance mode, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course. I need
Okay.
my frame rates to be smooth.
I get you.
got you now.
That game, though, just looking at
There's Terry.
some of the gameplay is pretty.
Oh my god, the graphics. Like, I know it's not a
Like-
PS5 exclusive, but at the same time, like, I wonder if like they had to scale back what all they had to scale back
come
in
on.
the PS4
Oh, yeah.
version.
That's okay.
I mean, first of all, some of it just looks so busy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of
yeah.
a lot of colors and everything, but
Yeah.
it's just like
It's
all
not just the scale;
foliage.
it's how detailed everything is.
Yeah, so that is one where it's just I am
Are
not
you
getting
alright?
that on PS4. That's either going to be PS5 or a long time from now if it
It's
comes
okay.
to
It's
PC.
all my
Yeah.
fault.
Like,
Which it probably
yeah,
will.
that's not
your
one.
fault.
That is definitely not
So
one I'm
you're
gonna
Terry.
play on PS4.
Yeah, I mean,
that is
it is definitely
You're the tough
definitely
schoolboy.
intended for next gen consoles.
Messed up
yeah.
son
There was
of
like
a
what The Last of Us, the
pretty
remaster, and
good.
compare that to the PS3. It was already
I
like the
let
best
you
looking
go,
PS3
schoolboy.
game. Like
It
you
sets
could
a
see
bad
the improvements,
example.
but I'd play it on the PS3 just fine.
Uh-huh.
But this, that I would feel like it would just suffer on the PS4. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
they've done it in a way where it runs fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
it still
God, is that
impresses
game
me,
pretty.
like, the fact that the PS4 came out
I'm taking this
in
on
2013.
You can.
Like,
Yeah,
what
like the end
they've
of
been able to
2013.
do graphically with that
It's gonna
console.
cost you. What?
Yeah,
My
You know,
deal is you gotta
20
duck inside.
2013
Make
to
it so you can't
2021.
walk.
That is a respectable life, or not 21, 2020.
yeah.
7 years. That is a respectable lifespan for a console, and it's certainly
sure.
not done yet.
Your way?
No, they're getting a little bit like PS3 360 era. That was about 7 years, I would say. This one's going to be about 8 by the time it feels like it's done.
Uh-huh.
Like they're getting a little bit longer, but yeah, they were able to accomplish a lot as far as like
All right.
how the games look.
Yeah.
They
one more
but
condition.
man, this generation, like the games at the beginning of PS4 did not impress me so much. It was just like, okay, they're doing some things with shadows and everything.
You
Like
take me to
it kind of looked like some of the PC games from maybe 2010 or something.
Uh-huh.
But the PS5,
What do you say?
it feels like it
I
can
know you're the
almost
one that got it,
imitate
Landy.
most high-end PCs with high-end games.
Yeah, for the time
Like
being, for sure.
it's not 3090, grade, and obviously, like it's not even 3070 grade apparently.
Then it's a deal.
But
But with
You're not-
consoles, like it's all about like the proprietary stuff and like how you can flex
Exactly.
that.
and most of the time, most of these things aren't trying to run at 288 hertz or something. Like most of them don't even do past 120.
Mhm.
And I'm good with 60 on pretty much anything, especially on a big TV. So yeah, all they have to do is like, okay, let's do an upscale to 4K at 60 frames per second. That's not asking for a whole lot. So I get that, compared to like what I might do with like Yakuza on the TV. I do have to choose between like 4K and it's stuttering a little bit, or have it be 60 frames per second, but I do 2K. The PS5 doesn't have to do as much, but it's still, you're not gonna, if you're not looking for like 120 hertz or anything,
Oh yeah.
you're not gonna notice that. And like you said, proprietary stuff, so it's built just for this system,
Yeah.
the PS5 version of a game, rather than you don't know what hardware is going to be in someone's PC necessarily.
Right.
So it's just, it runs smooth. It's going to run well. And the beginning games of this generation
Mm-hmm.
already impress me so much.
Yeah,
like
I was
Demon
gonna say,
Souls.
like, yeah, Demon
And then
Souls, which is a
Horizon.
PS5 exclusive, like it is noticeable, like the jump from PS4 to PS5. It's not like quite as dramatic as like PS2 to PS3.
No.
But
more than 3 to
fact
4,
is
I
like
feel.
you can definitely see with like the way the light interacts and just like the smoothness of the motion and
Yeah.
if not the poly count themselves, which really is less and less important because you can only get things so smooth before textures and light mapping and all that other stuff has to take over. And I think that's kind of where we are this generation is just making things look like they fill the space more accurately or true to life.
Yeah. Like things you don't really notice because you're suspending your disbelief a little bit, but
Yeah.
then when you start seeing it, your brain gets used to it, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh
right.
yeah, this looks more like real life. Looks
Yeah,
more
and
like
and
real
like
life.
we've pointed out, I mean, here's a game from 2000 that has every bit as much detail, if not more, than some newer games. But where
Yeah.
it's different is, obviously the poly count is up, but then also just the way that they're able to realize the details themselves. Like you joked about when you open a drawer and there's like t-shirt.png in there,
Yeah.
Whereas today you can make it look there's tricks to make it look like it's not just a PNG, like it's an actual
Yeah.
texture, and it's got, even if it's a low poly count, it still pops. It's
Yeah.
and that's the kind of cool stuff they're doing. Like with that Matrix demo, like if you look inside a building, you can see, there's like actual stuff on the inside, and it's kind of like repeating low poly rooms, but the fact is they're there, and when you move by them quickly, it fleshes out the world more
Yeah.
instead of just being a flat texture.
That's what I like about Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
people don't
Unreal
have to
5
mess
is
with.
incredible.
They don't have to mess with textures. Wait, X works too. Whatever. Fine.
It all works.
There we go. They don't have to mess with making 3 different versions of something. They could just. It's almost wasteful, but there's enough horsepower in the engine that they could just have the same asset, and it's like, yeah, just do the same asset from 500 feet away. It can handle it. Oh.
All right, now what happens today?
Let's see. Terry had beat up.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Go to warehouse.
I completely wasn't
do I
paying
start my
attention to the
job today?
interaction with Terry, but that's the whole that's the whole thing, right? You have to ask Guizhong to come out and
Pretend, yeah.
pretend to fight him.
Oh. I think wifey needs me. Are we going to be able to stitch something together?
Yeah, right. If we pause
Is
it here.
Yeah.
Is this like the Ninja Turtles scene where they meditate and they find Splinter?
Yes.
Yes.
But unless, I mean, not quite, unless he's channeling his dad in hell. It's just like, gotcha.
Because let's face it, he was a godless pagan.
He's...
It's
Oldie
not letting you
Wow
pause,
ain't up
is
in
it?
heaven singing with the angels. Let's just say that.
Right.
All right.
Oh yeah, it is letting you pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, man. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem.
All right, and we're back.
All
And you
right.
probably didn't even notice because Chris is that good at editing.
That's right. You're welcome, streamers. All right, so whose ass are we going to kick again? Goro? Oh God, we forgot about Goro. It cuts to Goro in like this sex dungeon. He's performing on camera, like just wondering when Rio's coming. He's
He's in
trying
clown
to
makeup.
stay alive desperately.
His clown mascara has been running all night.
Hey, tell you what. You come on
I
by
just know
later
he's coming
and
for
let
me,
treat
bro.
you to lunch. Okay.
My body hurts, bro.
I'll hold out a little longer, bro. For you. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Hey, so 2 days until FF6 Pixel Remaster comes out.
Oh my God, that's right. I knew it was coming out the end of February.
Sorry,
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, like February's been fucking speeding by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Oh, is it all the fight? Was it all the people I beat up?
Right.
Why?
You see, there's been a mess of trouble since you started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I know
exactly
it ain't
right.
all your fault, but
It ain't all your fault.
And
A lot of it is,
when
though.
trouble starts affecting my company, that's a problem.
Oh man,
You
getting
know what I
fired.
mean.
yes, I understand.
I like how this scene is meant to be like, this is like the dark side of Rio's quest
you
for
for
vengeance.
everything.
He could have
Yeah.
a real, he could have real opportunities and everything, but he's
consequences.
throwing everything away to go get Landy. But
Yeah.
instead, it's just like, yep, no worries, and he just ducks right out. I
Thanks for the
understand.
opportunity. Yeah.
Doesn't apologize. Doesn't say like, "Oh, I'm
That's
sorry I caused
true.
trouble for you." Just
you know what? Somehow I didn't notice that. It's like he
Pieces
didn't
right the
apologize
fuck
for the
out, yeah.
shit.
What is it?
I mean, that's
Are you busy?
again. It's like
Yes,
he
I
probably
am.
feels no need to
yeah.
apologize. Like,
By the
Right.
way,
hey, sorry for
have
you,
you
but
spoken to Tom
I will
lately?
do it again.
To Tom?
right.
No,
Why
There's-
wouldn't
there's
I
some mad
go and
angels
beat
out
up
there.
all these guys at the docks?
Well then, I guess it's okay.
I'll be on my way.
Wait, what is she?
Joe, you're not gonna let me finish?
I never do.
What's
I
up
never
with
Well, recently he just seems
Nice.
really depressed. I'm a bit
Tom
worried that
seems really...
something's happened
This
to
is
him,
sad dancing,
but
bro.
I guess he's okay if he hasn't said anything to you.
Yeah.
Sorry for bringing it up.
Ugh, I just got
okay.
some ringing in my ears.
So how is
It's high blood pressure. You're probably having a
Today's
stroke.
been about average, I'd
Yeah,
suppose.
right. Actually, I gotta do my, when I go to work, I gotta remember to check my blood pressure because
Oh,
it's always, for the past couple of years, it's been like on high normal to low, like pre-hypertension.
Yeah.
Usually it's like in the low 130s to high 70s, maybe low 80s.
yeah.
And this time it was like 130 something over like 95 or something like that. And it's just
Yeah.
like, ah, geez.
Well,
Also, did I
that's
literally
kind of about
miss
the
everyone?
same as that's kind of about the same as mine. Did I ever tell you what happened with that whole situation?
You might have. Wait, I gotta make this awkward.
Right.
Oh,
Is now a good time?
okay. Little racist, Max. Oops. He was wearing the same clothes. He was
Wearing the
kind of far
same damn
away.
Clothes.
He was
They all
far
look the
away.
same.
Don't
It's not
judge
my
me.
fault. So, anyways, I don't want to. There's Goro. I clawed my way out to survive, bro.
What's up?
But no, I'd like to hear the rest of yours too. But just to kind of put you at ease a little bit, I went to a cardiologist, and I'm still on that like low dose of
Just a bit.
blood pressure medication. But the bigger factor is that I have higher cholesterol, which doesn't seem to have much to do with my diet. It's more just like because like dietary cholesterol does the same thing as blood pressure. It starts slow and then kind of elevates. Mine just like spiked, which which led them to believe that it was kind of a genetic what is it? Not kidney, but liver, right? Or is it the kidney? Here's depressed Tom.
As far as like lipids and stuff?
Yeah, whatever produces the cholesterol. Mine was like hyperactive, and so they got me on a medication, and it leveled it out exactly to normal. So
Okay.
that was
Yeah,
fine.
the pancreas is insulin and all that stuff.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I forget which
no,
organ it was that's failing me.
Tom.
I feel like it's more like the liver would be involved in that.
Okay.
But let the nurse Google it.
Well, but anyways, whatever it was, like I was on the medication for like a month,
teach me.
and it completely leveled it out to normal. So that's just going to be part of my rotation for the rest of my life, and that's a-okay.
What, the statin you're talking about? Or
Atorvastatin. Yep.
Okay.
And so yeah, so that was all good. And then my high blood pressure. So like I would, every time I would take it, I could like feel myself start to panic, and of course that would make it spike. So like the process of taking my blood pressure was actually spiking my blood pressure.
Yeah.
And so they recommended that I start taking it at home, and at home it was still like a little high, but like closer to what you described, like 128 over 80 or something like that. And so, not major concern or anything like that. And but when I would go to the doctor's office, it would be like 140 over 90 or something like that.
Yeah, of course. You get the white coat stuff.
Yeah, and then they would test me again like 5 seconds, and this is what the cardiologist did. They tested me again right after that, and I would calm down a little bit, and it was, like 130 over 80. And so, again, it was just like my nerves causing it to spike. So he said, basically, just keep on the medication, and I wouldn't worry too much about it, was his comment. And he goes, like, that was basically what he stressed. Like, actually, this is my diagnosis. Don't fucking worry about it. Try not to worry as much, and that'll help. So part of it is anxiety, just like general anxiety,
And
so
anxiety's linked to, as far as like cortisol production, but as far as cholesterol, yeah, for sure that there's an effect.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you just given me more reason to finally like bite the bullet and like ask medically what I can do for anxiety, because I mean, there's like seeing a therapist and like airing stuff and getting good advice too. But then like if I'm like compulsively like worrying about shit, maybe that's something that can be solved with like a different low dose of medication, because like that's basically what was causing all of my problems. Is the moment like something medical even becomes a possibility, I assume the worst and work myself up into a frenzy about it.
Gotcha.
Like I have minor heartburn. Oh, this is a heart attack. This is how I'm gonna die. You know, like, but I mean, like, you know what that's about.
Kids or
yeah, and part of it's like work too. Like there'll be days where
Tell me what.
like I'll like kind of paralyze myself into indecision, like, and like realistically, all I have to do are a couple of emails and phone calls, but depending like on the day or the weather or something like that, or just like nebulous factors, like it will seem physically impossible for me to do these things. And it doesn't happen like super often to the point where like it affects my performance, but when it happens, and like I can recognize when it's happening too, which is the shitty thing, because I'll just kind of like sit there and be like, well, fuck. And at that point, what I try to do is just like the lowest effort task possible, just to get myself on track a little bit, and so that I'm doing something.
Yeah, and that's good because then when you start doing something, it's like, oh wait, I can do things. It reminds, I don't know if it's ADD or what, but sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm already doing, like, oh, okay, it's possible or something. Like, I don't know.
Fuck yeah, Tom.
Last day for Tom's hot dogs. Get them while you can.
Rio eats like 50 hot dogs and it ruins the 70-person free battle. But yeah, so like all of these things together have sort of made me realize that, like, you know, this may be like a like kind of medical grade anxiety that I'm dealing with.
I gotcha. If that's the case, did you say you're seeing someone sometimes, like talking with a therapist?
I was, and my thing is COVID kind of ruined that for me, because like
I get you.
when I'm having the, like, I suck at phone conversations anyways. You know, play the hits aside. Well, I kind of suck at that too. But like I kind of prefer like the face-to-face interaction with that, so I'm kind of wanting to start that back up with like an actual like in-person therapist that I can see and chat with. And
okay, because I was saying it's like if someone had a recommendation of like a good psychiatrist, but you can have like an intro, just like a one session with a psychiatrist to see like, hey, do you feel like I could benefit from medication, whether it be medication or if it is just like lately it could be just seeing a therapist again, you know, if that would help out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it is airing of grievances and like just like talking about life and getting stuff off your chest, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like working through things that you didn't realize you were kind of packing away or pushing down.
Totally.
That's, and it's like you just start talking out loud. It's, oh, okay, and you start solving things yourself.
Yeah,
almost. You just need someone
it's kind
to
of
talk
one of those
to.
things where like I am completely aware, and I'm like a walking paradox. Like I completely acknowledge, like that the human body oftentimes is like out of our control, right? Like you can't control like if your brain is producing too much or not enough of something, and it results in depression. So like I'm perfectly comfortable saying to someone else, yeah, just check it out. Go to a doctor, go to a psychiatrist, and let them help you. But when it comes time for me to actually do that, like, again, it's sort of like what I described occasionally with work. I'm just like paralyzed because I'm like, okay, what kind of floodgates is this going to open up?
Yeah.
Pretend to lose. Say what?
Pretend to lose. This is how Rio wins all of his martial arts tournaments. He makes them pretend to lose, and then he hits them like he gets in like a really dirty shot.
Oh shit! And then I walk away like a gangster.
He's on peeing blood. Rio just walks away.
Ow!
You beat him once, you can beat him again, Max.
Lose to you? Go down before you get hurt.
Ow! He just kicked me. Oh God!
Why does he always wear a three-piece
sure
fucking suit to these fights?
Seriously.
That's why he's losing.
Ooh, he just fucking shadow kicked me. Okay, what's that thing, Tom?
Whatever that was.
By a kick like that?
You kick like your mother.
Ugh,
My mother's
damn,
dead.
Guizon.
Huh, so is mine. Oh God. Oh, so anyways, yeah, like that's been one thing that I've been like kind of mulling around is like seeing like one just starting up like therapy again, but then two, like seeing if like the anxiety issue is a medical issue.
Yeah.
But then the annoying part of that would be is if they put me on something for that and it really helps, like I wonder what kind of effect that would have on the blood pressure and cholesterol, and if that would change the medication I have to take there.
I get you, yeah. Where if it's like if it is pretty much anxiety,
Right.
then that's kind of helping out there.
It's my lucky day.
My lucky day.
You at one time.
And they could start, pretty conservatively if it is something like, hey, let's
Can you move? Let's settle our dispute.
something
later.
about like
Go on.
Here it
here's
is.
a mood stabilizer or something,
Yeah, and that's
doesn't have
kind
to
of
be
what I'm
like
thinking of. Like that really helped Sarah. Just like
You like me that much.
basically they put her on like kind of a low dose thing, and it pretty much just kind of helped her to, organize thoughts and prioritize clearly, so that like she
Yeah.
wasn't concerned about little things,
Yeah.
or she wouldn't fixate on them, and yeah.
sometimes it could be like as needed, here's a benzo,
Uh-huh.
whether it be generics would be like a
Show your
prazolam,
middle name.
lorazepam, something like that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, sometimes they would do like
You too.
gabapentin, like
I've never
a
heard
couple
of that
times
one.
a day. Yeah, Neurontin is the brand name, and that's just it works on an inhibitory neurotransmitter, so it's good
Oh,
for
okay.
it's a mood stabilizer. So sometimes people with like bipolar take it. Damn, real.
No!
But oh, here it is.
Yes, this
Here
is
we
it.
fucking-
We're
here we
finally
fucking
doing it.
Go. All right, you got him.
You got him,
Um,
Guizon. I like how though the bonus mode, like you can just do it by yourself.
Yeah.
70 dudes,
Oh,
no
yeah.
Guizon. Nice.
All right. These guys are already starting to look the
Good
same.
God. I'm sorry, but if I'm Terry, I'm shitting my pants at this point.
Damn.
Just watching
Getting a
this
little
go
better
down.
with that countering.
He punched
Guizon, get outta
Guizon.
here,
in. What did that guy just throw that barrel for? He got it up above his head and was so proud of himself that he panicked and forgot to throw it at you.
Right.
Like, guys, I'm doing it.
Oh, boss character.
One of them, anyways. Because, or is that the like really big dude who's the boss? Well, I thought there was a bigger
no,
one
not
at the end.
Terry. There is. There's 3 bosses.
And there's one that's like Shaquille O'Neal size.
Yeah, he's the last one.
Yeah. Oh, I never finished my bit about hiking either, did I?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if it's like super muddy, I'll look at a couple trails, and I mean, there's no like, I don't know. I don't think there's like paved ones that give you like the full hiking experience. Like the whole goal is to like actually get out and like experience some good nature,
Yeah, no, I get you.
Whereas like
Yeah,
the
if
paved
it's-
ones tend to run through like like city streets and stuff like that.
You're still green, eh?
Oh, I thought that was Guizong for a second. Like you changed
You're
clothes.
still green, Guizon.
Green's on.
Oh,
There he
God.
is. That was the weakest ass kick. But yeah,
that's
I'll look
all
at a
bad.
couple different trails and see like what might work best for us. But we'll make something
Okay.
happen.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We could also do geocaching, which
that'd be cool.
have we talked about that at all?
Do people still geocache? Like,
Yeah, the app is bumping.
oh, okay. Because I
I
remember
don't-
that being like big for the first time when I was in
Good.
college, and I just kind of assumed that it had gone the way of the dial-up modem. Well, because you used to have to buy like a separate, like a Garmin something or other to do it, right? But now I assume you can just do it on your phone.
Yeah. Okay, I can't counter.
It used to be so involved. Like you had to go on an internet forum, like for geocachers, and get the coordinates, plug them into your Garmin, and everything. Oh shit! Max,
better get out of here.
Use a health potion. Oh wait, he recovers his health over time in this one, doesn't he? You're on your own.
This is martial arts. This is my Bushido.
This is my ultimate form.
Oh, God.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, jeez.
That's a shame.
I tried countering that too much, and I'm assuming... I think I did it once. I'm assuming the timing... Alright,
do they fucking start you from the beginning?
Hell yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah,
get good, Max.
Not suck at this time. Which I could do. Yeah, geocaching it's a lot simpler. Yeah, so yeah, you could do everything on your smartphone. It's like a subscription if you want to get some premium features, but you can still do a lot for free. And yeah, it's we don't have to necessarily write in them if they have like the little notes like, oh, you were here and you found it. You could just say you could just mark on your app like you found it.
Yeah.
But especially if you don't want to touch something grody. But yeah, that could be fun. If we can't do as much of the hiking, especially, maybe we could like drive around and try to find some
pick up
geocaches.
random shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of stuff do people even leave geocaching anymore? Like just like used condoms and hypodermic needles.
Most of the time, it's just something to hide it in, like a tube or something, and it's mostly a note.
Oh, okay.
That you can write your name on and be like, "Hey, I found it."
You are special. Congratulations.
Whoa!
Hey, he threw the barrel correctly that time. Still didn't do him any good, but
there it is. It's like forward, grab, and evade, and that guy hopping on his foot for a second.
Oh my God! You just put that dude down. You just roundhouse kicked him, and he's just not himself anymore.
He has a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, Jimmy really wasn't the same after that fight.
He gets a little too physical with his wife a little too quickly.
Right. He also thinks he has a wife. just badgering random women.
God.
Make me dinner.
Ooh,
sir, this is a Kmart. Make me dinner.
There you go.
Power, no focus.
Who's saying that? Was that Guizon?
I thought that was Guizon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All power, no focus. I mean, that's kind of Rio in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
He just has all this anger, and he's just walking around town not sure what to do with it. Look at this guy trying to pretend he's not part of this. He's just sitting there when all of a sudden Rio ropes him into the fight. He had no intention of getting his hands dirty.
I'm not a bad angel.
It's just some random dock
Some
worker.
of us just work late.
Yeah, right. He's just getting off his shift. He's in street clothes.
You think this place just shuts down? Actually, what the hell? Why haven't I thought about that? Like,
not all of these guys
someone
are
here?
bad
Am I
angels.
beating up some randos? I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and needed to defend themselves.
He's just trying to like sneak past, like while all this is going down. When suddenly Rio notices him. Oh no! Please,
Shall I take
I just want to go home.
All right, let's get this guy this time.
Out of the 70 people in this free battle, maybe only 45 of them are actual Mad Angels. The rest of them were just in the wrong
that
place
would make
at the wrong
sense,
time.
right? That would make the most sense. if this game's so true to life.
Like that dude over there in the Will Smith from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shirt. Like you got to imagine he's just watching this going down. And he's super confused.
Thanks, Guizon. You got him?
Nope. No.
Nice one.
There we go.
Just took a 2x4 to the jaw and then countered it with a roundhouse. Oh
Damn.
my God! He got back up though,
What?
for a second.
Idiot. You shouldn't have, though.
Baka. Oh,
I just want to end this punch combo once.
never.
There we go.
There it is.
Let's get it on.
Ow.
You remember in like the old like Spider-Man and Venom arcade games where they would like name every person who you were beating up?
Trash or gunk.
Yeah, right. Spork.
Poison A.
Yeah, Poison A.
Oh, those old character limitations.
I kind of wish they did that here, just so that you knew.
Right. Or they had some nice. Here's it.
There
I'll
he
kill
is.
you.
Fucking Freddie Mercury here.
There. Yep.
I mean, for
Like,
real though,
works out even
why is he
more.
dressed like Queen? Oh my
Badass.
god!
Oh my god! Seriously.
He's celebrating already.
And why is he so quick?
Jesus! Oh my god!
Oh come on, dude! That was perfect. Oh
No.
god! And break you.
I was wondering which would break first, your spirit or your body. Oh man, Huizong, where the fuck are you?
Seriously, dude.
This is a bad time for him to go home. Guizong saw this dude like come down. He's like, I just remembered. I really gotta. I left the stove on.
Why can't I
I think my
counter him?
shower is still running. Well done. I'm gonna shut up.
It's all good.
Well,
Ooh.
that didn't do any good. Oh, he's still alive. Still alive. Nice. That just buys you some time. Back up, recover health.
Seriously.
Perfect. Or is that the most health you can recover? No, never mind. I showed you my back as a ploy.
Oh, I hate
Owie.
that move.
He slowed down that time to trick you. Nice. Well, oh no, God! Oh no! Why did the camera do that? It tricked you, or I don't know if it tricked you. It tricked me. Nice.
Oh, I hate that
Ooh,
move.
fuck that move. Really should have brought some potions.
Oh,
Nice.
is that how it's? Oh my God, this dude's strong. Wow.
Wow, okay.
He could take a beating.
All of a sudden, Guizong comes back down. We did it, Rio! Fucking Terry, look at him there. With his pipe. And there's Guizong acting like he didn't just abandon you. Dude, that was a gold trophy. Nice.
Think you dealing with?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God. What the
What was
Did
that?
that again?
Oh
What?
no.
We're
They
supposed to
wouldn't.
assume
Okay.
Guizong. Oh yeah, that would have been nuts.
That would have been
We're supposed to-
horse shit.
Guizong can't take this guy with a pipe
Hazuki,
No, did you see
Is
how
that
he was
the
swinging?
limit of his kung fu. It's like-
who the hell you think you dealing with?
yeah, he was swinging like a
Yeah.
madman.
You know what would be fucking great is if he did take them both down with the pipe and all of a sudden Goro shows up.
Bear.
Looks like it's time to get my hands dirty, bro. Goro
takes off his
reveals
shirt,
his
he
like
has an
secret
eight-pack.
jutsu. He pulls out the dragon.
The right?
You weren't ready for sin, Goro. He pulls his pants down and starts, like, oh my god, what are you doing? No. Don't pretend you don't like it, bro.
Now, where is Lanty?
Never give up to you.
Tell me.
Man, I'm just grabbing his skin like it's a fucking tent.
Right?
Creepy skin.
You are really dehydrated, Terry.
What? Too bad.
My bad, bro. I must have worn him out for you.
Let's start swimming.
You did good, Goro. Now go home. That's sin, Goro, bro. Oh my god. That's like his whole character arc, you know, like from like
At first,
Yeah.
I thought you said Shin Goro, like Shinakuma or something.
Give up.
no.
Street Fighter style.
Yeah, no. I was thinking like, you know, like ultimate pervert Goro, Sin Goro.
Sin Goro.
I'll ask my father to help you out.
No, that's what they did with like Bahamut, right? In
Sin Bahamut.
yeah, Bahamut
that's
Sin
right.
or something like that.
What was that? Was that
Advent Children.
What?
Okay, I was thinking
Thank you.
Crisis Core.
I think they put him in there too, but
That's my line.
Oh man, I am definitely getting phantom leg vibrations. Like maybe that's my blood pressure, but it's just like my phone is right here. It's not in my pocket. What the fuck?
so this is just
Damn.
like the third night in the row that Rio's just fucking not sleeping.
He's not sleeping. Seriously.
He's making like all the most destructive choices he can.
So I got better with the countering, but the shadow step is kind of hard to pull off. Interestingly enough.
I remember basically just doing the 70-person free battle by running in circles and just doing nothing but tornado kicks. For some reason, that worked for me.
Actually, yeah, that can kind of work because you'll usually get that first hit off, and all those dudes are so weak that a lot of times that's all that's needed.
Yeah, it
They
just sends them
fly
packing,
away.
Right. I can't
the
get over
bosses are a
Sin
little-
Goro, I'm sorry. Oh, God. 3 hours of sleep. I'm ready to go kick some ass.
All right.
Rio goes and
Okay.
downs a pot of coffee and starts trolling the
shit.
docks again.
Is this like basically my last day here?
I think so.
Are we about
Are you
to
at a
beat the
point of no
game?
return?
I think so.
Oh shit, you are.
Real-san!
Oh,
That
this is
came
the
up.
fucking ending.
Yeah.
Well, so much for seeing the Zomi go away. That's all right.
From Ine-san and...
No, it's a memory, I believe.
From me.
I believe. We're gonna see.
Oh,
No, because there's like a day that Nozomi actually
take
leaves,
care. And come back in one
and I think it's like January or February or something like that.
Oh fuck, okay. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
ain't
it's
gonna
not,
see
it's
that.
not super integral to the plot, but it is
Yeah.
a thing that happens.
I couldn't wait to get out of Japan, man. Like
Yeah, right. Well, no,
Landy's out there.
I wasn't aware that like it became that on rails once you got to the
Basically-
docks.
You know what? I didn't think so either. I knew it went on rails, but I didn't think it was on rails till the end.
Yeah,
And
I
apparently
thought
it is.
I thought there was like a thing after the 70-person free battle where it's like, okay, if you go talk to Master Chen and Guizhong now, you initiate the ending. But no,
yeah,
you just
that's
go.
what I thought. Where it's like literally just one
Yeah,
little quest conversation away,
right.
but you could still choose to do it. Nope, guess not.
So I mean, essentially, or well, how does that work? Like from the time that you start working at the docks, like no, because there's stuff that you have to find at the docks. So you can work at the
Oh,
docks indefinitely, right?
You know what? I don't know. You would think
because
so.
things don't
That's my
happen
first
automatically
thoughts.
there. You have to
No.
ask around, and you
You
have the
look
choice
for
to do that.
people. Yeah, a lot of things do happen pretty much automatically, like during the workday and everything. But
Right,
there's
but you
at
still have
least
to talk
two
to the right
events.
people.
Yeah, it's the nighttime. Like during the daytime, you'll do a lot of things, but the
Yeah.
nighttime, there's at least 2 or 3 things that you have to initiate yourself. Yeah.
Right. So like the phone call that pretty much initiated like you're in the end
The
game
ending.
now.
Yeah, I guess so. I probably have a save before that or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus we've done this for like what 15 episodes or so. So I mean, we
Yeah.
gave Shenmue a damn
Call it.
good run. Now on to Shenmue 2.
Hell yeah.
6
At some
times
point.
as long.
Let's let's beat Ocarina first.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like Shenmue 2 is definitely longer, but not by that much.
No, but I mean, it is. I remember it feeling like close to twice as long, or maybe it's just because it's like twice as big.
You can actually, well, the gambling and stuff in that game is actually interesting.
Mhm.
Like, the mini games are a little bit better. Actually, I mean, I think I've told you the Shenmue 2, even though Shenmue 1 is like more in my memories,
Yeah,
Shenmue 2
same.
is the superior game.
Oh, totally.
Like, the
Without-
QTEs
without
are more
question.
fun. And especially when you get to, is that Walled City or before Walled City? I think it's the Walled City. You have those fights with like those big martial artists, like the cage match and everything.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was fire.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there were some really cool sequences in that
Yeah.
game.
And then you went up that tower. That was like pretty much the end of the game before you went to
Yeah, when you like join forces with Ren.
Yeah, oh, that was awesome.
Ren is
before
a cool
you went
character.
to China. Or yeah, Ren is cool, yeah.
Yeah, Ren's a cool dude. This scene stuck with me when I was a kid. I was like, oh shit, it's over, man.
Yeah. Game arcade is like turns around, it stops moving.
Yeah, right. No, it's like actually falling down. The front was just a facade. This whole part of Rio's life was of his imagination. Yeah, because you basically go to the
Sonic is
boat and
probably-
then Chai attacks you, right? This is
it.
Yeah.
That's the last thing.
All right, it'll be a slightly longer episode, but not much. Yeah, here we go. Holy shit. I was not ready for this.
Me either.
I was
it was
thinking
close
like
to the
after the
end,
70-person free battle, we would putz around a little bit and like wrap things up with Nozomi, kill Fuxan, and
Yeah, it is a little sad about Nozomi. I mean, we definitely got the best scene with her, but
Yeah. I mean she's a good girl. She'll find someone.
Thank you for
So
arranging
stoic,
my trip to
Rio.
Hong Kong.
yeah, I'll just be like, everyone's father dies.
It was the least.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you very
Nozomi's
much.
here, so
You're too reckless. It worries me, so
Take this
I'm
gun.
going with you. What do you mean?
Shenmue 2 is a very different game.
changes genres completely.
Yeah, it's an
It's
over the
just
shoulder. It was the very first over the shoulder cover shooter.
Oh, I was gonna say it was one of the bad Resident Evil 4 clones, but
No, that too.
considering if it came out like 2 years later, yeah, it would have been the first over the shoulder because Resident Evil 4 was 2004, right?
Yeah, 04, yep.
Oof. Damn.
And I'm
We've
sorry,
come
like
a ways,
I
but in
know-
the same way, that revolutionized. We still see the influence from 4.
Oh, absolutely. Like, every modern shooter game owes something to Resident Evil 4, which always makes me sound like an idiot when I say I really didn't care for it overall.
I mean, because it was Resident Evil, you know. And again, we thought it was like a one-off. Like,
I will explain the basic.
oh, what does he teach me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He teaches you one more kung fu move. By beating up his injured son.
One step backwards to parry the opponent's attack.
See,
Then focus power in
I feel
your
like this
arms
man's
to
martial art.
throw
He's
your
like the Kung Fu
opponent off
Panda.
balance.
Right.
Arms to throw up.
Immediately kick their legs out
Okay.
and flip in actual
Now, can you
combat.
use this move
Back
on Chai?
The throw
I think
of
so,
the
yeah.
weapon
We're gonna practice it
incapacitate
right
your
now.
opponent.
Practice it on Chai.
So, back
First,
punch
try
and
to
then
execute
throw.
the proper form. Shift your weight while
Now
taking
kick,
one step
punch.
back.
It's all in your mind.
It's all in the mind.
If you don't believe me, just listen to
Slowly
Master Chai.
acquire the form. Next, as you drop,
I
use
saw
your
this
arms
stupid
to
ass.
throw your opponent off balance.
Okay,
Well then, give it a try.
I saw this stupid ass meme today.
Nice.
Yes, that is
But
correct. Kick your opponent's
it
legs
was what
out
Professor
and flip.
DMX, like Professor X,
Well then,
Professor
give it a try.
and
DMX.
and it just said at the bottom, "Y'all gonna make me use my mind."
Up in here.
Like that's pretty good. And I was just like, wait a
Oh,
second,
shit.
DMX
Truly
didn't
master
die, did he?
You're
And yes, he
gonna
did.
make me
You must
use
be
my
able
mind.
to
I don't know why that's so funny.
anticipate
It's
your
because it's
opponent's
really
attack.
stupid.
Guijang, spar.
What?
What?
That would be a great final boss theme for this game.
Yeah.
Complete
Oh my
tonal
God.
shift.
Is totally yeah. You know
I
what?
will.
I'm not saying like this jokingly. It would kind of work.
It would kind
I'd
of
be-
work out.
I'd be psyched. Yeah,
Y'all
I'm not
gonna
saying that's
make
the way
me
they should have
go
gone.
Up in here. Up in here.
Ow! Stop it.
Stop fucking poking me. He like really hurts Guizong by accident. Right. He forgets how to stop. Rio gets to sing red, and you know he can't be held accountable for what happens.
Rio's just
You
acts
have
like a
more
huge bully.
ability than I.
Right.
Smell my fist now.
Smell
No,
it.
sir. You're a superior instructor.
I was gonna say something really
Technique works
horrible. It's
best
like, no.
when you can
Too
Maybe
bad
not.
your son's a
your
piece of shit.
opponent's attack.
I'm still mad about you leaving me last night, Guizong, to fight that one dude by myself.
Seriously.
I forgot that he did that.
No, thank you. I think I can manage
I
that.
think I've mastered
Yeah.
your age-old kung fu
Breakfast.
technique.
Then there is nothing more that I can do.
This man is just a
I am in your debt.
gelatinous form.
He is.
Master Chen.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
when compared to his son,
wanna
who's
go
just
in?
like a
Yes.
paragon in a three-piece.
Yeah, seriously. They practically carved Guizhong out of stone with that suit on. Whereas Master Chen is
feel
just
like
a very soft man.
Yeah, Master Chen can just parry an attack without doing anything. It just bounces off his body like, what the?
Fuck.
Behind you.
Did he seriously just kick off that steel
That
beam?
Probably like 2-ton girder.
Right?
Going to Hong Kong because the great Chai will defeat you.
Wait, hold on.
like-
Before we fight, are you Russian? Are you Chinese? What are you?
All right,
Great
reward me for
Chai.
this.
A grande chai latte. Don't know.
I have to. Oh God,
Remember, Max, you just killed 70 men with your bare hands.
that's
And
true.
now this, 98-pound little golem clone is gonna stop you? I don't think so. there it is.
Okay. You don't get to throw him too often.
Now
I feel
finish him.
like.
Rio stops doing, kung fu, and he just, eventually finds his neck and just chokes, as hard as he can. Doesn't use any of his father's techniques. He just chokes him so
just-
hard.
Squeezes harder and harder.
And Chai isn't ready for it. He thought this was going to be a martial arts showdown. Rio sees the fear in his eyes and it makes him angrier.
Shit.
And at that point, Sonic whispers into his ears, "Good, now crush his windpipe." Yes, Sonic. I want to
Oh,
see
God.
the light fade from his eyes. Do that for me, Rio. That would be totally radical. Yes, Sonic, radical. Chai is like, "What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?" Guizhong is like, "Should I stop him, father?" "No, this is the way. This is the path he has chosen, my son." Rio's like, no, I don't want to fight you anymore. I love that. Rio's inching away, Chai's inching closer.
Oh, damn.
Fucking, it sucks because he's Yoda height and it makes it hard to...
Right. He's so far away from me. His little crappy fists are right there, but his
I'm
soft,
thinking-
supple body.
I'm thinking that thing is so rusted that its integrity is compromised and it can't weigh anywhere near as much as a regular girder would.
Well,
Because he just kicks it down barefoot and then Guizhong deflects it like it ain't shit.
then I think then I think this doc is gonna have a lawsuit pretty soon.
Yeah, right? Well, of course. I'm a little surprised that with as much damage as Rio has done that it doesn't already. Maybe that's why the guy was, firing you so gently. He didn't want you to cause more havoc. Son, I can't afford what you've already done. Please. Leave my shipyard and don't come back. I understand. Burn the shipyard to the ground. Yes, Sonic. Wait, what'd you say? Who's Sonic? Don't worry about it. That's the real tragedy of Shenmue. Just this blue hedgehog appears in his brain after his father dies as a coping mechanism and dismantles his life. Can you imagine if Gollum from Lord of the Rings actually did fight like this?
Right? Be an
I mean,
actual
those
threat.
movies are perfect in every way, but I can't help but think that would have enhanced it just a little bit. Not just picture this fight, but taking place in the middle of Mount Doom. Oh!
Ugh.
Jesus! Combo breaker! I notice you are fighting a little more conservatively, and it seems to be working for you.
Yeah.
Just wait for him to tire himself out.
Oh God, that reach though.
Just chip him to death with little bird pecks. 1,000 mosquito bites. Uh-oh. Hey, nice. Good dodge. That thing that he does with your neck really takes like half your health. He was one thing that I was a little bit bummed out came back in Shenmue 3 because like this fight, yeah, that really hurts. This fight feels like suitably epic, and I kind of assumed that, you know, like the big climax of the story is that with Chai, Ryo did have to kill somebody, and like there was no going back at that point. But then he just shows up. He's like, oh yeah, I totally lived.
Oh.
Shit!
Gotcha.
Shit! You know, another way that this final fight could completely, like, go tonally wrong is if, like, all of Ryo's friends started showing up, you know, and, like, participating in the fight. Kind of like similar to like a Final Fantasy IV style ending, you know, where like right before Zeromus, everybody shows up to give you words of encouragement. Goro shows up, bro, you taught me how to be a man, bro. You can do it. Fuxan shows up. I know we've had our differences, Ryo, but the truth is, you've always been like a brother. Okay, shut up now. You're right, that was stupid. I'm sorry. It starts playing some like really inspiring anime music. Woo! There he goes. Well done.
That was a long fight, bro.
Yeah, he has a lot of health for a man of his medical condition.
Right? What is he even? Fucking powder ass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, Landy's already left.
Oh, there's one more QTE.
Yeah, you've got to throw him into the ocean. Which, again, is why I assumed that this was a murder. Like, you don't see him surface. I assume that he drowned. Landy, what the fuck are you doing standing up on a speedboat?
Seriously, and if his hands are behind his fucking back.
Of course they are. Look at this goofy fucker. Look at that horse shit. Look at that bullshit. You mean to tell me that, like, one rogue wave can't knock that 120-pound man off that boat?
Like, they are crossing the ocean like that?
Right?
Fuck you.
Right, fuck you, Landy. Oh, he's getting on the bigger boat.
That makes a little more sense.
He immediately goes right to the bow and, you know, like, does the Titanic thing. Oh, what's he doing? Just let him do it. Here we go.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
This is one... Yep.
Game over.
Oh, God. Oh, Rio.
Wow.
Again, Guizong, where are you, man?
Seriously.
Oh, wait. He's on the ground, recuperating.
See, that this would be a great place for Sin Goro to show up. It's okay, bro. You've done so much for me. Let me do this for you.
Ooh, that's close.
Yeah, it was close. I think if you miss 2 in a row, you're fucked. Ooh. You know, one thing that I hated about Shenmue 2 was the final QTE sequence.
Oh,
with the big fat
those
dude.
Things, yeah. And they had different QTEs sometimes, like at the end of battles.
Yeah, you couldn't just memorize them and get just.
There'd be some DDR shit going on or something.
Yeah,
Parappa shit.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it was about Shenmue 3, but the QTEs were like way less approachable.
At the moment.
Like
really?
Yeah, they were like split second fast. I was not crazy about that.
Instead, I will
yeah, so God help you if you have any kind of like lag on your TV.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I never had problems with them in Shenmue 1. Shenmue 2, like I said, they were harder. They threw some different stuff at you. But Shenmue 3, like, I would pretty much, without fail the first round and have to do it again.
Maybe they just worked really hard on all those fail animations.
And they just wanted you to see them, yeah.
They just wanted you to see it. You
see, like, all the different ways Ryo could get hurt.
It was like, these were stretch goals, come on.
Seriously.
We can't just let these, you know, never see the light of day. I think it was Spider-Man 3 on the PS3 Spider-Man 2? One of the Spider-Man games.
Oh
on the
yeah, where he
PS3.
like face plants like right at the. Is that lady who's trying to?
There's like a whole bunch of death anime, but yeah, that one's definitely the most famous. For
Yeah,
that reason.
where the whole building blows up and he
It's
just
like-
face
It's
plants.
so quick. It's like,
Oh god.
oh, I love it.
Seriously though, like I just want to see Goro. Bro, don't go, bro. Stay with me. He just thinks back to Goro.
Yeah. Goro waiting at the altar praying. I need you to come, bro.
Goodbye, bro.
Goro.
I'll always remember the time we had together, bro.
Nozomi,
Oh, Ryo.
I scared you?
Oh, bro.
Spooked. You know, it's kind of
I just want to
funny.
hear him read these exact lines.
Funny?
Maybe wearing those
I
exact
was
clothes
just
too.
making a wish for you.
I was just making a wish for
You
you,
suddenly
bro.
appeared.
Suddenly you appeared.
A wish for me?
You are going to Hong Kong, aren't you?
How did you know?
I finally made Fukusan tell me.
You're
Kill
right.
him.
He is
So
easy to beat in a
preoccupied
fight.
lately.
I don't even know martial arts.
Is that so?
I won't
I just
stop
have a
you.
lot of money.
I know you're
People are
right
willing to
after
throw a
I
fight.
Here, take this amulet.
Here, bro, take this amulet. It's been passed down in the Goro line for
I'm hoping it will
generations.
keep you safe. At least that's what I've been wishing and willing it to do.
It's actually got a knife built right in there.
I'm so
It'll keep
glad
you
I was
safe.
able to give it to you.
Oh my god. Hey, speaking of camping, hiking, and things,
Yeah.
I went down the rabbit. I was like looking for gear that's like essential to,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
kind of like outdoor hiking and stuff like that, just to know what I have to buy and what I can kind of wait on. And I got sucked down the rabbit hole of EDC. Are you aware of this movement?
Whoa, be careful.
No, what is that?
Everyday carry. So the positive side of it is it's kind of like the old Boy Scout mantra, you know, like be prepared. It's like stuff that you can carry with you, like to work or camping or hiking, and you know it's like all the right tools for all the right situations.
We had more
Yeah.
time.
Where it gets really bizarre though is like the Reddit community, where it's just everybody showing off like a billion different knives that they have, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a 29-year-old male dental assistant or something, and he takes like 3 knives to work, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, and it's not just like 1 or 2 people, like everybody on this subreddit, which has like 100,000 plus members, they all have like a ton of knives, and it kind of made me paranoid because now I'm thinking like, is like
These are survivalist nuts.
yeah, but like
These.
in my daily interaction, how many people do I come in contact with that are like just ready to fucking stab me?
That are just like packing that sharp heat.
Yeah, and like I actually own a pocket
I bet
knife.
Some.
I actually own a pocket knife, but I usually use it for things like opening Amazon packages, and I don't take it to work like a maniac. you
Yeah.
know?
No, I don't. I think it depends on your profession sometimes, and who you're talking to.
Mhm.
You know, if you're at a seedy high school, or if you're in a church or something.
Yeah,
but
right. Well, but
I
the
don't,
other
I
part
don't know
of,
if it discriminates so much anymore. Like, I don't know. People are getting crazy out there.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
I
and
can see
then
some
there's-
old guy in the church packing heat.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the other part of that too, which is like for a couple of people, everyday carry means like, you know, I'm concealed carrying, which whatever. I know that some people do it and some people should do it. You know, it's like a safety thing, and that's fine. But a lot of people who carry guns probably shouldn't as well. So whatever. But
Yeah.
anyways, so the other part of the everyday carry subreddit that I found, there's like $150 like pocket flashlights and like these like little titanium
Oh.
pens that
Yeah.
apparently are the most durable things in the world. And on the one hand, I'm kind of like, they look cool, but am I really like at a point in my life where I want to be dropping $100+ on a pen or a flashlight? And the
No.
answer, thankfully, is no.
You got so much to live for. No.
Yeah, right? But you know, there's lots of guys that like do this, and the funny thing is though, like I kind of wonder, other than like taking pictures of these pens and flashlights and knives, how frequently do you actually use them?
For
anything?
For good?
Because
I can tell you, a lot of those bros are using those flashlights being dicks.
Oh, are
those
they?
things are bright.
Yeah, right.
And,
like
yeah,
they are
they
supposedly
blind
pretty
you.
high quality.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Those flashlights are good for camping. Because they will, if there's no one around, they will light up quite a range.
Oh, okay.
So
That's good to know.
They can be pretty
actually.
nice for that.
So they're not like complete vanity items then.
No, and I'll bring my stuff. I got a headlamp and everything like that. Fuck, that was Shenmue.
That was Shenmue.
Whew.
Thank you, Yu Suzuki.
Actually, I mean, yeah, it was definitely a much bigger thing when I was fucking 14 years old.
Oh yeah,
but,
this emotionally wrecked me.
13,
especially the second game.
Maybe even 12, probably 13. But yeah, this game was fucking nuts back then.
Oh, and like I said, I'm not being ironic when I say in a lot of ways it still is.
It is.
It does stuff that no game since it has. And not all of it is like, stunning, incredible gameplay. But the fact is, like we've been saying this whole time, there's so much minute detail in this game that they didn't have to put in, but they did anyway.
But because they made some promises, they're going to make sure, at least on paper, they damn well kept them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not like there's a million people in this game, but at the same time, much bigger games these days do not give everyone a voice. Because they don't have to.
No.
And this game didn't have to either, but they did.
Yeah.
Like,
every
single person
NPC is an individual.
And if they will tell you nothing helpful throughout the entire game, at least everyone has a different way of telling you to fuck off.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Slightly different way that's their own. Like, they did not reuse any voices
Not
anywhere.
a single asset, yeah.
They just
I
had
still find
kids
that
coming
incredible.
in. Yeah, just read the line. Sorry, I'm busy. Okay, that's great. We'll call you.
Well done. Here's $20.
Right.
and an autograph from Yu Suzuki. Who? Just take it.
Fuck.
You should be honored.
You know what? We definitely need to do Shenmue 2 sometime.
I agree.
On this channel, and I'm gonna make it my mission because the side quests are a lot more fun in that game. And I'm gonna make it my mission. We're gonna do some fucking goose racing because I've never done that before.
Goose racing? I forgot that was a thing. Holy shit!
It was like not even discovered for a couple years.
I think. When we play it, the very first thing that we have to do is save Scum, the high and low game, so that we just don't have to think about money.
Don't have to ever think about, because you actually had to get a job in that game, like
and
not
or save Scum high and low.
Yeah, just do high and low twice, and
you're literally
set.
Twice. Like the first time gets you the seed money, and then you just bet everything, and then the second time you're set for the entire game and the sequel if money actually carried over.
And then canonically, you're playing a save where Rio just had the biggest balls of all time.
He comes to a strange land, bets every cent that he has, knowing that this could mean that he's sleeping on the streets.
That it probably would mean.
and then it pays off twice.
And then, against all odds, it pays off. And then he's like, yeah, you know what? Let's do that again.
Right? Doesn't speak a lick of Chinese.
He was... It's like he gave up. He was really trying to like tell God he gave up, and then he won twice, and it was like, wow, okay.
He takes that as the sign that this is what he should be doing with his life.
He needs to go on.
Right. He was, truthfully, when he got off the boat, he was having a lot of second thoughts. It's like, okay, if I don't win big, I'll just go home.
Yeah, I'll go home.
Live a normal life, call Nozomi, try to reconcile. And...
Yeah.
But nope.
This is a sign from the divine.
Right. God appears to him in a dream, you must kill Andy. Yeah, kill Andy! Oh, okay. Sonic is his new god.
Sonic and Buddha start making out. It's like, ugh.
Hey, do you think he bought it? I think he did. Hey, you're looking pretty hot, Buddha. Thank you. I don't know how to have a Buddha voice. I'm sorry.
What's the Buddha fucking sound like?
I don't know.
If you find the Buddha in your joke, Chris, you need to kill the Buddha.
Kind of Hank Hill, yeah, maybe.
Kind of.
The path to enlightenment is paved with self-denial. That sounds like a Buddhist saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't there like a whole episode where like it turned out... No, Bobby was like the Dalai Lama, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Something like that, yeah.
Well, not the Dalai Lama, because they couldn't use the term Dalai Lama, but something like that.
Yeah, basically that, though.
Yeah, it was essentially... Oh, God.
So,
man, what a great game. I'm so glad that we did this one finally.
Yeah, it is a fantastic game. And it's like, yes, it did mean a lot more when I was a kid, but playing this, it is a nostalgia trip where it's just like, man,
Absolutely.
This was amazing. This was amazing back then.
Right, and like I said, to me, it still hits a lot of the same notes.
It does. It does. I see what you're doing, you.
Yeah, there's like definitely way more technically impressive games out these days, but Shenmue not only did it first, but it did it in such an endearing way.
Thing is, with the fighting, it is something that's just like, yeah, dedicate a lot of time to me, but it's like, it's not super deep, but it is actually fun when you try to be good at it. Like, the parrying and throwing especially, I've never been very good at spacing myself to throw people, but
right.
You can parry and duck pretty well, like when you get used to it, which I had to do with fucking Chai, but yeah, it's not deep, but it is fun. They definitely
it's deeper than your average action game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's got like all the Virtua Fighter combos in it.
It's Virtua Fighter Sub-Zero anthologies.
Right, yeah. It's essentially what you make of it. Like, you can just do your basic kick-punch combos and be just fine, or, you can get really into the fighting system and make Ryo a martial arts master.
And saying Sub-Zero anthologies, definitely, because Sub-Zero anthologies was not Mortal Kombat side-scroller. Like,
no, that was just bad.
It just looked like one.
Right.
But yeah, it wasn't freaking actual Mortal Kombat on a one-on-one, but 3D, and then you go to the next person, and yeah, this kind of did its own thing.
I'm pretty sure that game is unbeatable, but that would be a fun one just to play like an episode
anthologies.
Yeah, to marvel at how bad it was.
Version though, so we could see all the little death scenes that they had an actor play out.
Right.
Just falling into the abyss.
Oh my god, I owned that game on the PS1 back in the day, and I think I maybe beat the first level once, and that was as far as I ever got.
I beat the second level, but the second level, like, they crack up the difficulty by 1,000.
Yeah, like insanely.
That's the one in the air. It's like some sky temple or some shit with some crushing pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was fucking nuts. And I played it, I rented it on the N64, and then later saw you play it on the PlayStation. I think this was before I had a PlayStation still. I'm just like, damn it. Like, you get to see him die. Some guy in a Halloween costume is like flailing his arms into a green screen. Like, fuck, I want that.
Oh, man.
Why are the PlayStation.
The remaster credits so much longer than the regular credits?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, God.
Like, they have to thank the original people, and then they're like, and these new people that, put a gloss of paint. I mean, that's definitely minimizing it. They definitely had to put some solid work into this.
Oh, yeah. And I'm glad that we have it in a playable format on modern consoles. And forever, like, basically eternity on Steam, because now they're building all games to be, like, indefinitely playable.
And I love that. And I love that I'm finally getting into the PC, because now it's like, I was playing FF4 Pixel Remaster. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
And it's like, oh, this might be the last time. I mean, that's fucking naive as hell, but it's like, this might be the last time I buy Final Fantasy IV.
Or that you have to,
Yeah, because it's going to travel with me.
Right.
It's never not going to be on Steam. Like, I get two new computers from now. It's still going to be there.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing, because you remember, like, PC games from, like, the early to mid 90s, and, they were designed to run on that architecture, and if you get to play them today, they have to go back and update like the source code to be compatible to run on newer operating systems. But
Yeah.
like these new games, they're basically being programmed to work indefinitely. Like you'll
Yeah.
always be able to install them on the next generation of hardware, which is
I love
kind of
that.
crazy to think about.
You buy it for life. You definitely do. So, and I think that's why a lot of people feel threatened with the Epic Game Store. And I hope they have the same kind of mentality, because with Steam, you just knew that's what you were getting into. It's like, I had this forever.
Yeah,
basically.
Steam is like even though there's no physical copy, it's like just the perfect library of games.
Yeah, and they haven't, unlike, say, someone like CD Projekt Red, like, Steam has definitely, or I guess Valve, has definitely done some missteps where, hey, there's no Half-Life 3, but then again, as far as I know, they didn't actually announce it ever.
Right.
They usually only announce things when it's like, hey, it's actually going to come out in a few months.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, they abandoned some things, but nothing huge. Like, they abandoned the Steam Link, but there's nothing, like, really big about that, and they were, like, what, tens of dollars anyway.
Sure.
But they've done really well with Steam. You know, at least for consumers. I think for developers, they definitely take a big chunk out.
Oh yeah.
You know, so, and I think that's what's good for the Epic Game Store,
Yeah,
is that
creating
them
that
on
competition that makes them up their, like, you know, policies and like just pro-consumer stuff, which is good.
Oh, small aside, man, playing through these pixel remasters, it's a lot quicker when you can run and when you can auto battle once you set up, like, oh, this dungeon.
Yeah, you know,
a lot
I
of
hate
things
to
are weak
say
against
it,
hold.
but like the auto battle has so spoiled me.
Oh, me too.
Like,
And
just
it's
for like throwaway encounters, like there's no going back to the SNES version.
I'm like 12 hours in and I'm at the Tower of Babel the second time already, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, damn. But
like,
it
I'm
is
just
kind of
really
nice because I'm
fucking
just
awesome.
like, I'm like getting to experience the story, hear all the new songs, or, you know, these
The soundtrack
remixes.
is what makes those as good as they are.
Oh my god.
So good.
And they still respect it. Like, literally maybe in 2 songs are there flourishes that they like really change.
Yeah.
For the most part, they kind of get across a new message, but still respecting the old song and not really like changing it, unless it's like little things here or there.
Right.
Yeah, like the Sorrow song. I feel like the first time it plays, it really works because like they repeat the song, and in the second stanza, it takes on a more sinister tone, and it's just
Yeah, a
like,
little
oh,
bit.
this is kind of hinting at, oh, the king is not who he says he is and everything, and then it kind of works in every other scene, like, oh, Tella's dead, and the shit sucks.
It's time to go kill Golbez, yeah.
Time to go get Golbez, yeah, exactly.
All right, dude.
Man.
Well, hey, this has been Shenmue. Thanks for guiding us through it, and we can finally get ready to finish Zelda and start some new projects.
Damn, Skippy. Yeah, we're like, what, 3 episodes? Maybe 2, if you're really good.
Yeah, I kind of really hope so, because we have done that game an injustice by how long we've let it sit on the sidelines. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right, dude. We'll catch you next time.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you, bro.